Good morning, everyone. The inevitable began yesterday. Correction. Um, some uptrends were broken. Not yet on the S&Ps. They are down a little bit at yesterday's low. We'll see. I think ultimately they'll get touch that 20 MA maybe this morning. Other trends have been broken. The weekly charts are lined up for a pullback after a strong move. Um, you know, so far, unless anything of significant happens, meaning, you know, a breakdown below this support area, um, just be a normal correction within an uptrend. Um, I mean, ultimately, maybe it gets down here. I mean, get a little ahead of ourselves here, but let's see what happens. The S&Ps hit the 20. Just check these SPX numbers before you double check them. Things moved a little bit. Numbers, nothing got touched yesterday. 46.85. It's actually moved down a little. Things are jiggling a little bit. Um, if they stay low, 46.85, better. Below that pivot, just below the 20 MA. Top side must have come down. 60. Of course, it came down a little bit. So prices are, at the moment are where my cursor is, right at yesterday's low. So gapping down a little bit. Not a big deal. I was, it's in the middle here. I think if things move down a little bit more, it could probably get below this area here. And buyers are going to step up again for sure down in this area. So selling a credit spread where we know buyers are going to be, that's a good thing. Looking at other markets, the Dow held up the best. Actually looks like nothing bad happened there, right? At all. Let's look at the futures. Let me say it was a doji kind of day, the third one in a row, where it dipped down and came back up. Many things came back up. It was just continuing to correct here sideways. The hourly chart, all these pivots down here. So things are probably nothing too much is going to happen. If they go 10 o'clock, there's some big numbers. ISM, Jolts has been a market mover. Job openings, ISM, employment, new orders, FOMC minutes at 2 o'clock. So it could be a pretty choppy day with those between the numbers and the FOMC minutes. So, and take a look at this. It's amazing how things change. Opinions can change on a dime. The 13-week Treasury bill was grinding down. Remember over here where it started to move down, that's where the markets began to stabilize as the 13-week started to roll over. And look at the flip up that's occurred now. So from this certainty that the Fed is going to cut, we see the beginnings of some uncertainty. And we know how the market reacted all last year. It's like they're going to cut. When are they going to cut? And when are they going to, stand aside and do nothing? And all that anticipation. And now some uncertainty about them doing that. And we'll see how this shapes up after the FOMC minutes and tomorrow morning. 10-year, we knew it was coming down to support, expecting it to stabilize. When it got down here, figured there'd be some buyers. It's because there's some, major support level there to the left, and the markets wouldn't like that. But so far, it's still not a big deal. We'll see how much it comes up here. But, for right now, it came down a lot. It's good. Well, maybe it comes up a little bit. Shouldn't really be too big of a deal. We'll see how much it comes up, or, jiggles around this area. Transports, starting to pull back a little bit. Depth of retracement. So from an uptrend, they start to move to a sideways trend, holding at major support. You can see that the momentum slowed. We always see that after the fact, but when we see a red bar, as it's moving up after the pullback, and then it makes a higher high, as it starts to stall, the distance between the highs tells us that momentum is beginning to slow. And now it's made, pull back toward major support, the low prior to the higher high. So sideways trend beginning. So far, not a big deal. In the upper part of the wide range bar. The ETF did make it to the top of the range. So, obvious place for it to pull back. And a lot of things made it to tops of the ranges. Retailers. So, this corrective process is no surprise to anybody. No matter where you look, prices were extended. It's a little bit more of a concern. We'll see how much these semiconductors start to come in, since they were the strongest. With tech violating major support, these semiconductors, it's okay. Pretty deep move under that pivot low, which suggests it's going to come down here before it stabilizes. So prices being in an uptrend for as long as they were, just duplicating that, say, okay, here's minor support, which is what it came down to yesterday, and held that area. But with a move down like that, odds are it's going to come down here. So whatever happens today, the jiggles around, coming down to this next level would be where a larger move up could occur. So ideally, it just does come down there without too much back and forth, back and forth. The idea is the faster prices pull back to an area of major support, buy setup down there, even though it may not get up to the high, maybe it does, but, we'll see how things shape up. But at least coming down here relatively quicker sets up the potential for at least a 50% or so move off of there. And we'll see what shows relative strength and weakness at that time. Oh, Bitcoin getting shellacked pretty good here this morning. After that strong move on the news of, I mentioned yesterday, halving, and I really wasn't aware of that. Somebody in the green room shined some light on that, but I guess after the news came out, I don't know what news is out there today, but this is a pretty sharp reversal after a breakout, and now that it's failing. So another weakness in markets. And Qs were the weaker, down a little bit more this morning. I'm going to watch this here. I don't know what this morning is going to do, but it's down a whole lot. So as I'm seeing this, in the moment of it happening, this bottoming tail bar, it may just set up a scalper long, this deep move up. It's only a shorter time frame, but this is down, decent amount in a short amount of time. Retesting this area could set up a bounce. We'll see if that shapes up. Uh, Oil is up a little bit. It's in this support area. Was a little bit of a fake out there yesterday. There was some news. Oil was up, and then it sold off again. I think buyers are just going to, just generally more comfortable. It comes down here a little bit before we get some better stabilization, and then we'll see if it goes up. So we got the daily chart setting up potentially a retest and reversal, and the weekly chart pulling back to an area of major support. So oil has the potential to turn around. Yesterday was a whippy day. Maybe, W's are on the weekly. I wouldn't call this climactic. This is like, I don't know, call it mini climactic. As this was coming down on the daily, it was pretty controlled. Whereas on the weekly, other than this topping tail bar, just looking at the closing prices, would say a climactic and then a wide range bar and a retest. So we could get a W down here. When we talk about W patterns, the textbook definition is it's preceded by a climactic sell-off that creates a void. And then you get the retest and the reversal. So it's shaping up. We'll see what happens. For now, erratic. I'll wait for it to settle down. Might take a few more days. You see a lot of red here. Russell is down here, but not a big deal. Coming down to a significant support area. Now, being extended like it is on the weekly time frame, if we should get, let's just assume it makes a turn here. This is a historical scenario where a M top sets up. So this was more controlled, right? Sideways, up, little consolidation, little bit climactic as it goes up, and then momentum begins to stall. But it did get extended. So if this should make a turn here, keep in mind, and I'll just draw it here. We'll come back to it in a few days. Let's see if that occurs up here, whether we get a deep move or a lower high, sometimes a higher high. Just as prices coming down to support here, I think the short side won't be as, let's say, defined or easy as it was yesterday on some of the things that did set up continuation patterns lower. What else? We looked at SMH, the Russell, Dow. Interest rates are moving up a little bit. As we looked at the 10-year, we'll see how high they get. Things are developing. I think those numbers at 10 o'clock are going to make a difference today, especially ahead of the FO. Well, the FOMC minutes, they're going to report what was said, but Thursday there's more numbers. So these numbers today and tomorrow are going to set up biases as to beliefs about what the Fed is going to do, meaning, the anticipation of March that they would ease. I heard some people saying yesterday, June, and it begins to change to, well, we really don't know at all. Well, that's probably going to continue to set things up where the market will correct further over the next month or two. So we just have to see how that shapes up. Robert saying Trump says they will lower rates to keep Dems in office. Well, I think anybody would think the political motivation, but lowering interest rates, I think they need to, have to call in a lobotomy specialist and something a little bit more powerful than just lowering interest rates to keep that guy in office. Anyway, yeah. Takeaway today, I think we're going to get a little choppy ahead of these economic reports, and then we'll see how things shape up into the afternoon. All yours, Dan.
Good morning, and we also have Fed minutes today. It's just ad nausea talking about interest rates. Who cares? So yeah, we put on a couple shorts yesterday. Finally got the turn. We were saying the wind is at our back on shorts. I don't have any earnings, but I still have a number of bullish setups, and we got plenty of setups. Talking about one of them with Bitcoin down. We had coin here in the weekend letter. This is a beautiful Climo with a one. Well, it's a 180 reversal, but it was a 3-bar reversal 180. So that's even more powerful. Look at that. We didn't get our desired credit, but wow, that turned into a nice, day or swing. Just shorting something extended, a lot of extended things. Look at the cruise ships, RCL, CCL. Yeah, Alex, 100% agree. CCL was a better pattern because this one's more of a head and shoulders. Yeah, the upside shakeout, left shoulder, right shoulder, gap. That I just didn't see it. That would have been a fantastic 5-10 minute low. Stop over that end of day base. That would have been a tier 1 beautiful short yesterday. Let's see what roll here has for us. SCS above yesterday's high. Excellent question. Excellent. It is a quality buy setup, yes. But the reason I'm saying excellent question with emphasis is many times when the next prior bar is so close, and then I also look at 15-minute charts. So if this takes out yesterday's high roll, look at my horizontal line. You got some more resistance here. So I will set an alarm at 1340 and we'll see what it looks like. But that one, because I'm focusing on the quality of the turn. Yes, it's a bottoming tail. I would just feel better if it went over this, that the turn is going to hold, stop yesterday's low. But yeah, that's a quality buy setup. It's a retracement, reversal, and minor support, and an uptrend. Okay, see. Yeah, a number of craft and the healthcare was ripping yesterday. That's what kept the Dow up. A number of these ABBV, Kraft, J&J, Hershey's. It's up a lot. Ideally, a 1, 2, 3 would be a better entry, particularly with we still got a weak market that longs are going to be fighting. The wind at the back is for the shorts right now. Boyle, this is old natural gas ETF. Yeah, the chart's there. Breakout of a bottoming pattern. Chart's there. These are natural gas is what's that old saying, Rocco? It's not for your father or grandfather to trade. However, whatever that saying is, the natural gas can be a little tricky, but the pattern's there, sure. Nixno? Is that an acronym or a stock? It's a stock. If you wanted me to look at this, John, I don't see any pattern. It's a Climo far from the 20. I had Costco alarm go off. We had a call spread on that. This is an M top. So I would say 30-minute low. Could be a day trade short. Pelletier alarm went off. But this was a beautiful head and shoulders that we got into this day. So we're the beneficiary of yesterday's drop, and now my low alarm went off. So we're long puts. That looks fantastic. Cat for next week's uh bad, but it's still strong. Steven, remember we talked we went through a number of examples yesterday for call spreads, and it all has to do with your confidence level. So we now have 9 days until next Friday's expiration, right? So do you trust this for 9 days? I would say yes, if since as long as the bearish wind is at our back. But recall, you see how slow we did a call spread? See, I have much more confidence of this pattern because it went up, it tried to break out, and I have a gap range expansion under a pivot low. So this is the type of thing I'm looking for call spreads more with confidence. We did one on crowd here, a little bit similar. Let me continue. So RH, I just posted as a call spread idea. They're really juicy. So this, it's just a, breakdown, calling a short-term top. So there's a call spread idea. BVN, Alex mentioned, yeah, this is an end-of-day base. So you could short yesterday's low, day trade. IBM. So Alex, this would be a cleaner M top if it didn't have these sideways bars here, but nevertheless, there went up. So it's an M top, but we're on all kinds of horizontal support. So I would like that to go sideways more before shorting it. Boeing, yep, we tried. This was in the weekend letter of trying to sell a call spread on this too, and we didn't get our credit. What we should have done, Greg, we didn't get the credit because it was this Friday's expiration. We should have, because this is a Steven. See how this is another great pattern for a call spread? So yes, Sergey, let's watch this for a call spread for next week. Yeah, I like that for next week. Myrna, man, I missed that run. Nothing to do now. I mentioned the two cruise ships. This is on Sam's list, ONON. Yesterday's low looks like a day trade short. CTVA is, long watch, but I'm not sure the target. And, you're going to have trouble at this breakdown area. That's your list, Sam. Vacation. This is Alex. I got an alarm at 88.55. That's a bull rectangle. So over yesterday's high, then there's 2 days of relative strength that it's not caring about, the market weakness. ARE, Alex, I have an alarm at 130 spot 40. That's nice bullish consolidation, daily, weekly. AIG, amazing beast. Wow. Ideally, we'd get a 1, 2, 3. XEL, that's a good put spread, but there was no juice. A couple of utilities were strong yesterday. Here's another one, NEE. I have an alarm up here somewhere. I forget. It's 62. Let's change this. 61.85. Knee. So pizza is a buy setup. I have an alarm at 76.40. LYB is not ready, but I like yesterday's bar. Let's see if it can go sideways a few days. Galing, it's kind of a small bull rectangle, not a big target. Maybe this 24, but you can set an alarm. S-Wave I like. ideally we get a 1, 2, 3. And then that looks fantastic as a 1, 2, 3. Triple N is just getting on board a strong moving train. Dunking was a short idea. Yesterday's low, but I see it gapping down now. This reminds me a little of Starbucks. Yeah, look at Starbucks, little bear flag here under all MAs. You know, target was the gap fill here, so it's not a swing trade, but that was a nice bear flag. Core, Aichi, I think this came from you. This looked fantastic. I see this is showing it up $4. I don't know if that's right, but let me put that in the window. GoDaddy, another one of these topping patterns. That looks good for a new short. And Steven, also, this is a no-brainer pattern for a call spread. But guess what? The friggin' 207 calls are only like 10 cents. Are you kidding me? 10 cents? But that's a beautiful pattern for a call spread. That's a topping pattern. DEA, another, I like this one. I think this is Sam I Am. So, you know, wide range igniting, 1, 2, 3. I think we traded it back here, Sam, didn't we? And now it's coming in, sloppy buy setup, but now we have a retest of that prior turn. So over yesterday's high, that looks good. Papa Hotel, it's a 1, 2, 3. We're going to try to sell a put spread. Pelletier, we're in already. Snap. It's another one. I gave a call spread of the weekend letter. We didn't get the juice, but let's look again. If the credit spread people want to help me on Boeing, on Snap, on whatever else I said a few minutes ago. CCJ, closing breakdown. This 5-minute low looks like a day trade short. That's Sam's. Jable. Now, I like this one also similar to DEA in the sense of we're making a multiple bar turn. We had a gap reversal yesterday. So it really needs to get over this tail. I have an alarm at 129. But that you know, I tell you all when, you know, how ripe RIPE I think these setups are. Some are in the batter's box ready to go. And then some are, hey, this is what I'm wanting it to do. All right, so I'm pretty close to going through everything. All right, AES over yesterday's high. A GPN also over last week's high. I got alarms on all these. CXW. It's just going sideways. Trading range. Oh, Rocket was another one. We were talking about day trade short and also call spread, but there was no juice. There's our Boeing. Tiva relative strength. I read yesterday it won a patent lawsuit against somebody, and I like the pattern. Tiva looks good. Win and LBS. I'm watching for 1, 2, 3s for tomorrow. And that's it. So there's my whole watch list. All right, 4 did gap up. Shoot. If this did not gap up, that would have been a beautiful new trade. That's a closing wide range breakout, bullish weekly monthly. That's actually, I think that's yours. Beautiful trade. The T here, bottom right. Some people in the green room, we were trading that as a day trade yesterday. Beautiful, beautiful 15-minute setup on that yesterday. Text. Aflac. Crowd. Oh, let me look at this restoration warehouse. All right, RH, let's see where the midpoint, it's still showing 135. I don't know if I trust that. All right, so yeah, RH. Let me send an alarm, see if I get filled. Send an order, I mean. No, I didn't get filled. I don't know if these options are open yet. They're not moving. All right, well, I sent an order. See what happens. BVN. Yes. Hey, what's shaking Dutch? All right, crowd. All right, crowd. I had moved the stop already. Let me tighten them again. Look, my crowd's not moving. All right, there it is. I hope my charts aren't weirding out on me again. All right, we got 260, 265. RH options, what are you saying, Raj, Doug? I sent my order, but I don't see anything moving. Oh, Costco was the other one I said. Oh, I don't know. Whatever these call spreads, if somebody's gonna help me. Crown. Mm, 55? And it was 135 yesterday? You kidding me? That's no. Snap. What else did I say? Boeing. Yeah, we can, let me see if there's any juice up here for next week. 265 plus. 260. No juice on Boeing for next week. Shoot. And cost. Our TKR is up and out. We had a half a lot of this. See, remember that was a bull rectangle, and this is, we took a few stops yesterday. This is what happens when we're at a market turn. We've been talking about, musical chairs. We've been playing things tight. TKR, we're on a All right, so RH Dodge. You're saying we got nothing there? All right, then we gotta kill it. All right, thanks. But nice pattern. See, Steven? Another nice candidate for call spread. I don't know why it closed at 135. That got me excited. You know you're a trader, Doug, when you get excited about premium, right? Your wife's like, "What? Getting excited about what? Your orange juice?" No, dear, Hugo. Hugo. Neo long. Well, that would be just a scalp. That's how that came in ugly. And dunking. Yeah, dunking was nice. Let's see, our Tango whiskey gapped up a little bit. We're still in this TV. It looks like it's not going to survive. Oh, it did just stop out. My alarm didn't go off. 328. So we're out of this piece of garbage. RTX from yesterday. If it closes like this, we got a beautiful 1, 2, 3. Set new alarms. Quattro. We have a core. We legged in beautiful timing, legged into a $45 covered call. All right, Pelletier, we're still in. Let me set new alarms. 1645. NYCB. That stopped out break even. There, Nomad. Beautiful 1, 2, 3. If it closes like this. Man, oh man, it's not doing good. He stopped out. So we open. All right, see, so that's another one. It was bullish consolidation. I mean, these are all examples of they were good patterns, and when you get caught in the musical chairs. Kroger. Okay, now I'm gonna stop here. 4605. Oh, maybe we sell some now. I said first target 46.85. And it did not make it. Let's sell a third here at 46.62. Damn it, my charts are not working again on my other computer. Shit. Yeah, I don't know what to do to fix it now. They aren't updating, they're not moving. Software problems is not fun. Well, I remember I had the trouble yesterday, Don, and so I reboot every night.